Hey guys, OGL cast once again. Well, in my last video, I think I made mention that maybe I would show you a different way to get a car. I have a video out there, car shopping with GG, but maybe sometime you want to entertain yourself a little bit. You want to race and actually earn the car. So how do you do that? Well, pay attention and we'll go over it. So the first part of the hack starts out the same way as car shopping with GG. What we got to do is find out the number of the car that we want to grab out. Well, in particular, we're going to narrow down the numbers until we get to what the car numbers represent. And then from there, we'll find a car that's suitable for us, and we'll get the information that we need to continue the hack. So we'll start out with a fuzzy search. This is this search glass with a question mark. You want to do D word. You might say auto when you first come in, might have question marks. Either way, you want to do D word. And just hit search. Alright, did our first search. Now let's move over a car. And when we bring up Game Guardian this time, it's automatically going to pop up a window, as you can see. Once we get underneath a certain amount, it will discontinue popping up that window, but we'll see that when he gets there. So all I did was say that the value has increased, because technically it has. When you first get into a dealership, it starts you out on what the game considers car 0, and then from there, every time you move right, you go up 1 digit. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, why don't, if you already know that that Hurricane Coupe was car 0 and that this 911R is car 1, why can't we just search for those? Well, you can, but there's a lot of zeros, a lot of ones in the car. In the game. So essentially, you've got to do the same thing. You can start out searching for 0, move over to the next car, refine for 1, move over to the next car, and keep refining for the next number until you finally narrowed it down. But I think this way tends to be a lot cleaner. So let's continue on. We'll move over another car. Bring up Game Guardian, and it increased. Now we'll move over the next car. So technically we're on car 3. This would be car 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. But we're not going to try to refine for 3 right now. It might come up with a lot more than we want. So let's continue on. Increase. Wait for my lovely Game Guardian delay. Alright, move over another car. And the value increased. A lovely delay. And Move over. Alright. I always like to wait for it to fully load. It just makes me feel better that I know when I do this next search, the numbers aren't still changing around behind the scenes. Let's continue increasing. And usually 7 cars to the right is a pretty good and safe number to use. It doesn't hurt if you go 8. But you'll notice once you get over to about 7, then you'll have 12. You'll have narrowed it down to about 12,000, give or take, results. And it seems like the more you go, it just still continues to have 2,000 results. So, I mean 12,000. Alright, I'm going to go one more. As soon as this delay is done. Alright, so this is going to be my last increase. Ended up with around 13,000, but that's fine. This next move I do, which will be the decrease, should remove a lot of those results. Alright, drop this down to 35. So let's scroll down. We're probably looking for car number 6 here. I saw 1 6. I see, alright, there's 3 6s right here, relatively close. Usually they're right one after another, but if it's separated by 0, whatever, no big deal. Uncheck the 3 6s and let's delete and remove the rest. Alright, so now we've narrowed it down. In case you haven't seen my other video, I'll show you what I mean by that. If I go over 1 car, car 7. So we know what number, what cars are what numbers now. Now we just pick out a car that we want. Alright, let's see, how about this Aventador? Might suit me nice. I mean, it is a limited edition, right? Alright, so we'll bring up Game Guardian. Here's our 3 numbers. Now, if you've watched my car shopping, you know that we can just take a mental note of this number 11, and then go find a car that we can purchase with cash or gold. And, well, watch the video if you want to see that way. But in this case, we want to win this car. So we're going to go into each result here until we find this right here. These triple numbers. So just to show you the last result. Notice it's not like that. First result, in case you missed it, isn't like that. So it's the second result. This top number right here, that is the car number. So if we long press this, copy the value. Now for safekeeping, just in case we do something and lose our clipboard, we'll save this. Oops, there's the save. Alright, it's in there now. We can feel free to remove them. Alright, first part of the hack is done. Now we gotta go find a race. And also, maybe I should just note too that the hack really works best when you select a car from one of the tiers. If you try to go right for a manufacturer or maybe the Fast and Furious, so you might find it's not working for you. I mean, now don't give up. You can still continue to try narrowing things down, but it really does seem like going right to the tier is what does it for you. Now, if you've been following along, you already know that I prefer to go after these legend races. Just simply because they're always available and they're easy to hack. So, we're going to search up these 3 prize amounts. Once it's done, we'll go ahead and refine for the 250. All right. Now, again, we'll refine for the 250, so just bring up your search, type in 250, hit the refine. Now with the 49 results, we're going to edit the value, we're going to increase the increment of 1. If you don't see that when you bring up your search, your edit, it's because your screen will look like this. You need to push this more button. Change that to a 1. Now, as you can see, instead of it being 250, it's all increased by increments of 1. So we'll back out of the race, go back in, 260 now instead of 250. So scroll down, we're going to uncheck 260. We're going to do, cancel. We are going to delete, revert, and remove the rest. Revert just to put those other numbers back to 250. There's no reason we need to leave them anything else. Now we're going to go into the line, and as you can see here, these two numbers were matching. That's because they both are equal to the prize amount. You need to change both of these numbers when you're editing, otherwise you'll get some kind of a weird combination. So in this case, I don't want to win 250 or 260 cars, so I'll make it 2. And by doing this, I might be able to get another video after this. So anyway, moving on. Change that to 2. Do I want to take 5 races before I win this? No, I don't. So let's change that to 1. Alright, now we'll scroll up here. Right here, this 22, this is what we would win. This is the prize. So in this case, it happens to be legend tokens. We want a car. So we're going to change this to 11. Now, right now, if I was just to back out of here, and I'll show you, all I've set up the race for is to win a random car. So, we don't want a random car. We definitely don't want a placeholder car. So, this number right here underneath, this is the number we're going to change. Just click on it, D word, delete it right out of there, long press in the empty space, and now paste that number from our clipboard. Back out, go back in, check our rewards, and there we go. Right now, I'm going to win 2 Aventadors. Don't believe me? Stick around. I'll just pick any car. I really don't care. I just want to get this race over with.
My mission differs from most of these so-called soldiers. I ain't wearing fur like most of these so-called posers. Like most of these so-called overdoses. Hey, bow in your vein, motherfucker.
Yo, what up? This is Lorenz 1500 Nothing. I'm a producer, songwriter, and co-founder of 1500 Sound Academy. And I'm about to do a tight beat on Arcade in Ableton right now. I'm a musician, so I know how to find what key it's in. Even though I just found out on Arcade, it finds the key and the tempo.
No puede mover un dedo. Ustedes pueden aceptar mi negocio o aceptar las consecuencias. Y bien. Plata o plomo. Ustedes.
Alright, let's win this race and get my cars. A little trigger happy there. And look at this. I got a new car. Oh, there's my second one. Well, let's go collect it. Or them, I guess I should say. Beautiful looking thing, huh? Well, I guess I already own it, but you know what? I'm just gonna keep the car for now. And there is my beautiful girl. Both of them. Now, the other thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, but I was just reminded when I looked up. Notice I already got stars. Because I chose to win the car, it was delivered to me properly with stars. So when you do the Game Guardian shopping, at least you can get your car, but then you got to go to the extra step and add stars to the car, which you can refer to my other video on how to do that. Anyway, that's it. That's all you guys gotta do. It's a two-part hack, so once you're comfortable doing all your hacks, just like I said, put it in your saved here in case for some reason you accidentally copy another value into your clipboard and now you've wasted this one. Just because this number changed to a -1 doesn't mean the values that I need aren't still there. So don't worry if you all of a sudden come across something like that. There's nothing to worry about. Anyway, I've been having a great time making these videos for you guys, and all I can ask really is just support me in any way you can there, and I'll share my videos with your friends. Get everybody in here. I want to see some more subscribers, and I want to hear your stories on how things are working out for you. So again, I appreciate you all. Make sure you always hack or mod responsibly, and until next time, OGL Cast out.